Hello and welcome to the September edition of Hempfield Happenings. It's become a tradition as we train a new crew in September to give our final thanks to the seniors who graduated and made this all possible. My name is Matt Bender and I'm the instructor for all of the 7 CommTech classes we teach here at the high school. And we'll start our show with Elizabeth Williams, one of our seniors. So Elizabeth, why CommTech? Why did you get started in this field?
Well, I did WCMS in 8th grade and I wasn't really sure about how I feel about it. So unlike the other 8th graders, I didn't go to that STN. But then when I came to the high school and did like the little tour during the music film competition, I really was like, yeah, this is what I want to do in high school.
One of the things that I'll always remember you for is helping us with our social media outreach. Can you explain a little bit of what you did when you were in charge of social media and how you marketed the program and some of the things you started?
Yeah, so I actually really enjoyed doing the social media account. As a sophomore, I took the marketing class here at the high school. So when I got the opportunity to run both the sports and the regular Instagram account, I found it really nice, and it was just something that I enjoyed doing, with going to the games, talking to the athletes, doing research on the teams, and just talking about what's going on at the school in a Gen Z perspective.
And our branding is at HSDTV7. What are the types of accounts that we have?
Well, we have the HSDTV7 one on Instagram that just focuses on the school and the class. And then we have the HSDTV7 Sports on Instagram, which focuses more on the athletes and the teams at the high school. And then I also worked on the HSDTV7 TikTok, which was for a film class, it's kind of hard to make TikToks, because you want to make it look good, but you also want to make it look like it's a TikTok. So it's kind of a easy medium.
That's the challenge a lot of media specialists are dealing with in businesses now. So what's next for you?
I'll be attending Southern Illinois University Carbondale in the fall. I'll be double majoring in physical therapy and exercise science.
And hopefully keeping your fingers in communications and media. So thank you, Elizabeth, for your hard work. So now we're going to be joined by our media specialist, Mike Greer. He's instrumental behind the scenes, keeping the equipment running and helping the students with their work. And he's ready to talk with another senior.
I'm now here with another senior, AVA BAER. Ava, you started with the CommTech program back in 7th grade. Why did you select CommTech?
In middle school, there was the morning announcements, and I don't know, it kind of seemed like something I wanted to get into, and I always had fun with cameras and stuff like that, so I wanted to try it out.
And last semester, you were in charge of the social media. Can you explain what you do for that?
I run an Instagram, Twitter, and a TikTok. And the Twitter is a sports account, and I have a account on Instagram for this class and for a sports account, and I do updates on scores and update people on when games are.
Okay, great. And what's your favorite memory over all these years in CommTech?
Probably the STN trips, definitely. My favorite one was in 8th grade when we got to see all the older kids in high school and just learn from them and experience that.
And what's next for you?
I will be attending Widener University and majoring in multimedia and broadcasting, so I'm excited to keep doing what I do here.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And now we go back over to Mr. Bender with one of our other seniors.
Thank you, Mr. Greer. I'm here with Autumn Rhoads. Autumn, 7th grade, long time ago. What spurred your interest in this?
So I always loved storytelling, and I liked working with cameras, and my friends were doing WCMS at the time and just roped me in there.
Middle school programs are strong, and so what comes next for you?
So I will be attending San Diego State this upcoming fall to double major in television, film, and new media, and integrated marketing communications, in addition to attending Weber's Honors College.
And you've got some things going on outside of CommTech. What have you done business-wise?
So outside of CommTech, I create video highlights for athletes trying to be recruited for their sports. And that has done very well because it's just editing.
And from the very beginning, when you were in middle school, you had success. I believe you won a PSA.
Yes,
right?
It was healthy food equals better mood, and it was terrible, but...
Oh, it was not terrible. It was good. It was good. And so in high school, that success continued. You had some films that showed at the Golden Lion out in Cincinnati, and you were one of our first films ever accepted into the All-American Film Festival in New York City. It's a big deal. So we're going to show Way Home, which is one of those films. Can you tell everyone a little bit about it?
So Way Home was in honor of the East Hempfield Fire Department, and I was starring my dog in it. So it wasn't the easiest talent to work with, But then the film did very well, and I was really excited about that.
It's always difficult using a pet in the movies. Congratulations, thanks for all your hard work, and let's watch the film.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. When I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you. Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way. I go solo, oh I go solo. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way. I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way. I go solo, oh I go solo. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
This is one of our seniors, Ava Campbell. And Ava, I kind of first remember you from a Mark Fusco event when he came to premiere his film down at Regal Cinemas. So why did you end up in Comtech?
So I started Comtech technically kind of when I was in middle school. I joined the WLMS program because I was really interested in it, and a bunch of my friends ended up doing it as well. And then in high school, I knew I had to sign up for Comtech 1, and I just kept going.
This semester you're taking the class, which is the independent study class. So can you explain kind of what you're focusing on?
So in the beginning of this semester, I did a social media takeover for when we went on our STN trip. And then the second half of the semester, I've been working on a short film.
Okay, and what's been your favorite memory?
My favorite memory is either when we go down to participate in STN, or when we had last year for our Hempfield Video Festival, we also did kind of a competition, and it was much less stressful, and I really enjoyed working with my friends.
Try to make the Hempfield one a little bit less, more enjoyable, I guess. So what's next for you?
Next year I'm going to Temple University, and I'm majoring in media studies and production.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Ava. So now we're going to go back across the studio.
I'm now here with Abby Gingrich. Abby, why'd you get involved in the Comtech program?
So in middle school, I always noticed how much fun they were always having, like making the news show every morning, and so I decided to sign up for like Comtech 1. And once I did that class, I knew I wanted to like continue and do it for the rest of high school.
What's your favorite memory overall in the CommTech program?
I would say my favorite memory is either STN this year, because it was really fun and it was my first time going away, or just making Hempfield Happenings last year was really, really fun, and I enjoyed making a show every month.
And what's next for you after graduation?
So I'm going to Temple University to do media studies and production.
Okay. And we're going to watch your Central Market feature. Can you explain that to us a little bit?
So I made that feature this year, and it's basically just focusing on all the women that are involved at Central Market, because in recent years they've really just been like becoming more prevalent in like higher positions there, and I thought that was really interesting. So.
Nice. Let's check it out.
Lancaster Central Market was established in 1730, and along with the city, they have strived to diversify. In recent years, several women have earned lead positions in this over 200-year-old market. Mary Goss is one of the only and current female lead market managers and co-ran the Central Market Trust for several years.
It's very important that women have a voice in any kind of job, and the Central Market Trust was very new, and so we kind of were the pioneers of the organization and getting things on track and the information stand, you know, up and running, and just getting the trust in a better place, and also just getting the Central Market in a better place.
But even with all of Mary's qualifications, she still faces issues because of her gender.
There are some particular people that really don't like to take direction from a female, and so you do learn skills to be diplomatic.
As an independent owner of Perfect Pots and the president of Stand Owners, Laura Lapp has faced a totally different set of challenges.
I honestly don't know the percentage of women-owned businesses at Market, but I'm happy to be one of them and to have a presence there.
And then the $1 off bonus buck will be in the back.
Awesome, thank you.
I kept everyone employed during the time of COVID, where a lot of other businesses were laying off their employees. I did the reverse and invested in my employees. And during that time, we spent a lot of time internally building up our team so that we were like ready for a comeback.
This empowering move helped grow Perfect Pots and even led them to opening a freestanding store.
One thing I've always believed in is where you see that change is needed, rather than standing on the sidelines and complaining about or just vocalizing the need for change, just jump in and do it.
When Central Market opened in 1730, times were very different for women. But now, leaders like Laura Lapp and Mary Goss have built names for themselves with their innovation, intelligence, and patience. From Hempfield Happenings, I'm Abby Gingrich.
Our next senior is Ryan Webb. Ryan, why CommTech?
Well, so when I was younger, I was really into YouTube, like Minecraft videos mostly. But when I got older, like towards the end of elementary school, I started making my own YouTube videos, and those were just like small little skits with my friends. And then when I joined Boy Scouts, I met, you might have a previous student named Connor Redkay, and he also made YouTube videos at the time, and he was a big inspiration for me. And then so when the time rolled around for me to select courses for high school, my friend's sister, Emily McAlpine, suggested that I take CommTech. So I took CommTech 1 my freshman year, and I stuck with it ever since.
And you ended up making some YouTube videos, and here in Independent Study, you are actually working on, was it esports?
Yeah.
What were you doing with your project?
So esports, basically think NFL. It's like professional video game tournaments. So for me, I really in the future, I want to become an esports commentator like they do for the NFL. So part of my independent study was doing my own esports tournament. I did Pokemon Showdown, and then I also did a broadcast esports journal, like an analysis journal, and I also created an esports montage.
So what's next for you?
Next for me, I'm going to be going to Shenandoah University to major in esports, media, and communications.
And we're going to show a clip from your YouTube show you did with Gunnar. Can you explain the show a little bit?
So me and Gunnar, every week, we came up with an idea. I believe this is for the first episode. And for the first episode, we wanted to get the word out about our show. So we made our own business cards, and then we went and we handed them out to people all over the place.
Okay, well, thanks for your hard work, and let's go ahead and take a look.
Hey YouTube.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Gunnar.
And we're taking over the YouTube show this semester at Hempfield.
That's right. And for the first episode, we made little business cards that Ryan has to promote our show and to get more viewership.
We're not just handing these out to anybody. We're only giving these to the most high-class individuals in the most high-class areas. Come with us. Really, nobody can compete with this. I mean, the graphic quality alone is just incredible. I mean, look at that perfect cutout of our two pictures there. You know, you have Gunnar holding the money, you have me doing that hand thing, you know, and that money's really representative of the money we're looking to make here. You know, we're all about business. We're all about gain, you know?
Now back to the video.
Excuse me. Here, please, take my card. You'll enjoy it very much.
Thank you.
People are looking at me like I'm not professional. I don't know what that's about, man. This is the most professional I've ever looked.
That's fine. Whatever.
Morning, Mrs. Evans. Can I interest you in our business card?
Absolutely. What am I subscribing to here?
So this is our YouTube show coming out weekly. It's the most quality entertainment you'll see on this side of the Mississippi.
Count me in.
Word, thank you.
That's good endorsement. All right. These teachers don't know our potential. We're pumping on the burners. Business doesn't wait for anybody. Here we go. Excuse me. Please take my card. Take my card.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want a card too? Subscribe. Here comes our next targets. Morning, Mr. Herr.
Oh, good morning.
You seem like a man that likes a good laugh.
I always
Please
do.
take my card.
Oh,
you too,
you,
Mr.
sir.
Gwynn.
Thank you.
You'll love it.
Gertva.
Yes.
I mean,
Close enough.
I'm now here with Gunnar Main. Gunnar Main is another student who started off in our middle school program at LMS. Can you tell us why you got involved with that?
Well, we applied in 7th grade to take the summer course, and then in 8th grade we did WLMS, and it was just really fun, and it followed my interests, right? And I was nervous at first, but I took the risk, and it's offered me some great years throughout high school, which I'm very thankful for.
Great. What's your favorite memory throughout the program here?
Probably, it's good. It has to be STN 2020 in Washington, D.C. It was just so like insane, and like even though we ended up having to go home early, like we didn't know what was going to happen in maybe the next hour, and that kind of like, at that like, I thought that was really like fun, even though it was a stressful time, but it was a really, I learned a lot from that experience.
During that, and just to be clear, that's when the pandemic hit while we were at the convention.
Yeah.
What was your favorite competition there?
It probably has to be the Crazy 8 film. I documented probably a lot of it with my own personal camera, and I made my own video, and that was really fun. And just working with everyone and my friends throughout all the classes was a really good time.
And what's next for you? Where are you headed off to?
Probably, I'm not going to college. I'm going to be looking for internships and production assistant jobs across the country. So that's the plan right now.
And we're going to see a clip from one of your short films. Can you explain it to us a little bit?
Okay, so I don't have an idea. Well, it's a pretty like personal piece, because at that time I was kind of dealing with maybe like, I don't know, I was just getting stressed out and maybe like really not in my person, if that makes sense. I was kind of just like overthinking about a lot of things. So that is a pretty personal piece, and I want to give a shout out to Taylor, my girlfriend, because she pushed me through that, so thank you.
Nice.
And yeah, I didn't like it at first, but I'm really proud of it, how it turned out looking back, and it got an international nomination at the All-American High School Film Festival in New York City, so that's pretty cool.
All right, well, best of luck to you in the future, and now we're going to take a look at I Don't Have an Idea.
I woke up this morning feeling motivated, like way more motivated than normal. I wanted to do something today. Something productive, something meaningful, something worth it. I settled on making a video as today's activity. It's been a while since I've made one anyway. I got out of bed and walked over to my desk where I could begin the writing process. I opened my notebook, picked up my pencil, and I froze. Any inspiration, motivation, or drive I had just disappeared. My grip on my pencil got tighter as I heard its lead snap under the increasing pressure. I just stared at my empty paper, and for one of the first times in my life I realized I didn't have an idea. So, now what? Do I just sit around and wait for an idea? Should I look online for inspiration? This was my worst fear. I hated this feeling. I packed up my things and headed downstairs. Maybe the change in scenery would give me an idea. But no. I continued to stare at my empty paper and started to wonder what I was doing wrong. The pressure was building. I grew more and more anxious. Why do I get so worked up about something so stupid? I went for a drive. Maybe this will help clear my mind. I started to feel a bit better, the feeling I hated now coming in pulses instead of waves. The calm before the storm. I noticed my car's clock read the wrong time. It's actually supposed to say 11:50. I saw a grass path and a single tree off to the side of the road, so I pulled over and got out of my car. Seemed like a peaceful place. Maybe I could finally get some inspiration. I sat on top of my car for about 15 minutes, and still, you guessed it, nothing. No ideas, no inspiration. At this point, the feeling I hated was back, and in full swing. What am I doing here sitting on top of my car in the middle of a field? Who else is doing this? I realized what this feeling was, what my worst fear was. Running out of time. Fear of not doing enough. Remember earlier when I said, for one of the first times in my life, I didn't have an idea? I lied. I never have ideas. I always do this. I always get anxious. I always fear the worst. And I always find myself sitting on top of the same car in the same field that looks more and more unfamiliar every time.
Our final senior is Grace Monis, starting at Landisville, 7th grade, 2 semesters of independent study. How'd you get started?
Mr. Wellman was my big inspiration. He wanted me to do WLMS, so I just jumped right into it. And then I was a part of the first middle school group to go to STN in Nashville. And I just looked up to the upperclassmen a lot. I thought what they did was really cool, and I just loved what we did. So I decided to start taking CommTech when I was a freshman.
And among all your accomplishments, what's your favorite one or the one you're most proud of?
My documentary I made this past year. It was just very cool to be able to talk to a bunch of different perspectives, and obviously making a documentary period was a big opportunity for me, and I just enjoyed it.
And her documentary is 15 minutes long. You should check it out on @HSDTV7 or the YouTube channel, HSDTV7. So what's your favorite memory from the years here?
Definitely last year we had a Hempfield Video Festival, and we had to make a music video to a Kids Bop song, which was obviously very interesting, and it was a lot of fun to do with friends.
And what's next for you?
I'm going to Arizona State University to study at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism.
While you were here, you created a short film with AVA Campbell that we're going to show here at the end. So what's that all about?
Well, I was friends with a lot of the seniors in CommTech last year. It was very sad when they all had to leave, so I was inspired by the song Good Old Days by Macklemore, and I just created a little video for them.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your hard work, and it's time to say goodbye to our senior class in this month's episode. Our students have worked very hard during the pandemic, and to see all of their work, check out their news packages on the Hempfield Happenings YouTube channel, and you can also watch their films, YouTube show, podcasts, and other creative endeavors on HSDTV7, and you can Google HSDTV7 to find out about all of our social media work and our news about this program. So next month, we're going to welcome a new crew to celebrate 25 years of Hempfield Happenings. Until then, thanks for watching.
Told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the
was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars, I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good